Hi everybody, Dean back again. Today I'm super excited because we're going fishing with night crawlers. Now I've been keeping these babies right here in the fridge for 3 months. I've been feeding them this stuff, getting them fat and ready for catching some big fish. So I'll leave some information in the show notes below about how I've been doing this and how you can do it too if you're interested in fishing with some night crawlers. And leave some comments. Let me know what you think about this show. Let me know what else I can do to make this more interesting. Thanks much. Now let's get out there and let's catch some fish on big fat night crawlers. What I've done is I've put the worms, the night crawlers I should say, in our big Yeti cooler that we keep in the boat all the time. A lot of times we'll put salmon and other stuff in here, but today we put our night crawlers in there. You can see this is our crawler bed, and look at these babies. They're good and solid, nice and fat. They've been eating well. We also do is take a towel and put it over the top. Look at the size of this guy right here. It's just incredible how fat these guys are getting. Anyway, we put a wet towel over the top, and we keep them in the fridge like you saw earlier, and that keeps them nice and fresh. We make sure to feed them, we make sure to change out their bedding, and then we're going to use a crawler harness. Here's another crawler for that. There's another shot. Nice big guy. And what we're doing is I have my favorite St. Croix rod hooked up with a crawler harness, and it's a very, very simple system to fish with. It's great for fishing with kids or with people that maybe aren't the best fishermen in the world and they just want to go out fishing. I'm just going to rig this guy up with 2 hooks, and then you basically go trolling. Now this one I hooked up with you want to get them as straight as you can, and you want to make sure that you have a swivel. I'll get up close here so you can see it. You want to make sure that you have a swivel on there. A nice ball bearing swivel is going to keep your line twist down to a minimum. I used a bullet weight because we're going to be going through some trees and things like that, and I wanted to slip through there, and there's our worm. And that's it. That's all we need to do. We're just going to troll along. We'll talk a little bit more later about why I chose a particular area, but let's go catch some fish for now and see what happens. What I'm doing right now is I'm coming up to a shoreline that has a steep drop on it. And this is a nice thing about this system. It's super easy to do. Just look for some drops. You know, this happens to be a steep drop shoreline, but you can do it if there's some drops out in the middle of the lake. Just anything that's going to keep some fish around. This particular shoreline, I like it because not only does it have the steep drop, it also has a little bit of vegetation here and there, and it has a bunch of downed trees that have fallen from the shore, and they've been in the water for a long time, which gives a lot of different species a place to live, basically. And so I'm trolling along this shoreline, just letting the worm do its thing. I have a big Colorado blade on the worm harness because we have a little bit stained water. It's not super dark, but it's stained. There's not a lot of visibility. It's not June clear, so we need something to alert the fish to the presence of that worm in the water, and then once they track that blade down, they'll find the worm. Let's hope they'll find the worm. Whoa, that's a bunch of bait down in the water right there. A big ball of bait fish is right up there next to the shore that I just saw. Whenever I see something like that, oh, that feels like a fish right there. There we go. We are on. Oh no, he just got off. Okay, what just happened right there is we just lost a fish. We hadn't been out fishing for 2 minutes. And we had a fish on, didn't get a good hook into him for whatever reason. It happens. Oh, my crawler split in half here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back through that area. I also saw a bunch of bait fish back there. And a bunch of bait fish is always a really, really good sign of of fish being in the area. So we're going to go back through here. We're going to see if we can catch them. One really nice thing about the Makona trolling motors, and probably other trolling motors as well, I'm not so familiar with the other ones, but is that they have remote control. So right now I like using the trolling motor at the front of the boat. It's easier to pull a rope than it is to push one. And I can control it from back here. I can control the speed. I try to keep it around or just under 1 mile an hour. So I'm watching the speedometer on the GPS. And I have lots of control in the back of the boat. So I'm able to move around freely. Rainy's with me. We don't have to be stepping on each other like when we're casting on the front deck. So it's a very comfortable way to fish. And especially when you have lots of people in the boat as well. Just easy for you to control the boat and not have to be in front and be able to do some different things. If you don't have a trolling motor that has a remote control with it, it's no big deal. You can do this with your big motor. If you're going along with your big motor, what you're going to want to do is let a lot more line out, because obviously you're going to be disturbing the water a little bit more. But it's no big deal. And if you don't have a speedometer, no big deal. You know, again, it's just, this is really simple fish. There we go. That's a good fish right there. I don't know what kind of fish. Oh, it's a little walleye. He's not as big as I thought he was. But it's fish number one. There you go. Wasn't quite the bite we're looking for. We're probably gonna have to adjust a little bit. Oh, and I got a fish. How about that? Little smallmouth down there. So, oh, that's gonna tell us we need to slow down a little bit, I think. Put a smaller weight on. So what just happened was I got a little hung up on the smallmouth. Got a little hung up on the transducer back there, and the bait floated down to the bottom, and we caught a fish. So I'm going to change the weight. I'm going to go a little bit smaller, and I'm going to slow down even more. So I switched down from a 1/4 ounce to an 1/8 ounce weight, and we're going to slow way down to about a 1/2 mile an hour, as opposed to we were doing 1 mile an hour. That was a bite. That's a bite for sure. For sure. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a little bit better fish. Oh yeah, a little better fish right there. Feels like a smallmouth. Oh, it's a walleye. Huh, he's not any better than that last one. Boy, he's fighting like he was, though. I'll tell you what. This guy thinks he is a smallmouth bass. Look at that. He's a little bigger. Yeah, he's about 2 to 3 times the size of that last one. We made a little bit of an adjustment. Slowed down a little bit, a little lighter weight. Got us towards the bottom, I think, a little bit more. We were able to move slower. Still getting hung up a little bit. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that, but I think we're on to something. So let's keep going. We'll see what we can do. Ooh, that felt like a fish right there. Yep, that's a fish. Got him. Got him. Ooh, a little smallmouth. Another little smallmouth. Now, we're catching some fish. After we made that adjustment, we're catching some fish. We're not getting the quality yet. I think we'll get some quality in here. He's a squeaker for sure. I think we'll get some quality in here. We just have to keep at it. Oh, that was a bite right there. Right there. Is he on it? Yep. He's got it. There we go. I'm gonna put the spot lock on. Doesn't feel like he's the quality we're looking for. Oh, it's a little northern. He's definitely not the fish we're looking for. Oh, and he got off. Oh, that's another bite right there. Right away. He's got it. Oh, yeah. So, oh, that's a smallmouth. I think this point is loaded up with fish. We're going to find out. Oh, no, it's a largemouth. It's a little largemouth. Oh, that's a good fish there. That is a smallmouth, it looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And we got our crawler back. Yeah. Still there. Oh, yeah. That's a good fish right there. That is a good fish. Here he comes. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, it's a largemouth. He looked like he had a big green back on him. Nice fish. Nice fish. Oh, yeah. It's a largemouth. I think I'll get him with the net. Oh, yeah, that's a pretty decent fish right there. Oh, there he goes. In the net. There you go. He's not as big. We've been catching the little ones. He felt real big. Look at that. We got him on the first hook of the crawler rig. So what we did there, nice fish. What we did is we went back over that little point that we showed back in the where we fishing section, and we went back and forth. We got some sunny bites and they stole some worms from us, but there's just so much life around there that I thought we had to catch the fish. We absolutely had to catch the fish. There's a fish right there. How about that, Carolina rigging? Here he comes. Oh yeah, another largemouth. Another decent fish. See if we can get down there and get a hold of him. Oh yeah, look at that. So what I did there was I just put the spot lock on, and these fish seem to be relating right off the end of that point. There's a flat point right there, and we trolled by and we got bit a couple times. That guy's skinny, he needs to eat more. And we trolled by a couple times, we got bit a couple times, and I thought, let's just sit there and see if we can just cast up on the point with the night crawlers, and it worked. Same rig, and there he was. So what we're doing is we're fishing with crawler harnesses up off the bottom. You can see here, it's kind of hard to see it, but we have about a 4-foot leader. I'm going to leave some more information on this in the show notes below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll do some other fun stuff like this. I hope this was fun for you. And I'll leave some information on how it is that I grew these fish, or these worms, over the last 3 months. Literally, I've been keeping them and feeding them and making them fat. Don't forget to leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.